It's definitely a position that doesn't get the most love, but we see it and we love them for it every time. You know?
We've heard about this defense playing with an edge, but I mean, practically, what does that look like day in and day out?
Just trying to be and physically impose yourself on the next person. That's what we try to do. Be a tough, gritty team. You know, tough, smart, dependable.
What do you feel like this defense has been able to have this start that you guys have had this year?
Just trying to do a lot of turnovers, like making the plays inside the defense. That's what Coach Henry focuses on, and that's what we're trying to do.
What's been the biggest difference from last year to this year? Have you seen anything kind of like a switch? Like has something switched in the defense? Is there anything that's been different?
I try not to look back on last year. I try to learn from the bad things, and that's about it. But other than that, it's a new year. We're a new defense, and that's what we're trying to produce new things.
Coach B talks a lot about routine. What does that routine kind of look like for you throughout the week, and how do you handle that?
Definitely just practicing hard, watching film. Like that's what taking that from practicing hard, taking it to the game. And that's the finishing product.
Your position relative to the D-line is sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right. I guess what's behind that, and what do you see in that new spot every time? Sometimes you'll line up to the left of the D-line or the right of the D-line. Mm-hmm. Switches around sometimes. I guess what's behind that, and what do you see when that happens, when that switch happens?
Behind it, I'm confused on the question.
Sometimes you're lining up on either side of the D-line.
Yeah.
What's behind that? Like, what motivates that? Like, what do you see?
Why are you doing that?
Why am I doing it?
Yeah.
I guess it's just the play. Just the play. Just the scheme we're running.
How key has the run game been for you guys? Like, it seems like, you're in the backfield a lot, so the perimeter really can't get, attacked as much. Mm-hmm. Has it been a big emphasis for you and Gabe and the rest of the boys to kind of set that edge?
Coach Henry, he sets up a lot of plays for us to make the plays, and we're gonna do whatever he tells us to do. And because of that scheme we have, like, we're making plays in the backfield.
Seth, what do you remember about playing in Lincoln in the past?
About playing in Lincoln in the past, there's a lot of energy. They're gonna pack it out to Nebraska, and so I'm gonna enjoy that atmosphere.
I was gonna say, heading to the road not just next week, but the week after. Is that good with you? You guys ready to go? You go on the road in the next 2 weeks. Is that good with you? Are you fine with that?
It doesn't matter to me. Like, we're gonna have 1-0 mentality always.
How does Coach Beal, like, we hear about that mentality, like a lot of what you guys say is stuff you've heard him say, so how does he drive that mindset home throughout the course of the week? And it's almost like he won't let you guys have your mind straight anywhere else. Like, why is he able to do that?
They just have that focus. Like, you can't be great in the game that's now. Focus on the next game before that one. So that's what we try to focus on, to have that 1-0.
I mean, you were really in the backfield quickly on a couple plays. Was it something you were seeing on tape that allowed you to get quick reads, or was it just good jumps? Like, what's behind something?
Whoever's on the other side, Gabe, Alec, or whatever, they give me the run pass key. So I give that to them for helping me out.
Seth, you all up 3-0. What do you take away from these first 3 games?
Just to keep putting the foot on the neck. Like, we got to keep pushing. We got to keep building that edge, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Has your experience helped you out, like, especially with you and Gabe? Because it seems like, there have been times before, and I know you don't want to concentrate on last year, but times where you were like a half step slow because you hadn't seen it. You know what I mean? Like, you hadn't been there, you hadn't seen it, and it seems like you guys are playing a half step faster because everything that everybody's running at you've already seen.
Yeah, definitely. We watch a lot of film. Me, Gabe, Alec, Joe, JoJo, like all them boys. Like, we watch a lot of film. We're with Coach every day. We're trying to get better and better watching that film. So.